If you've all been following me, you saw that just before Thanksgiving, I went to Branson and I went and stopped at the Quilted Cow. And I'm finally getting around to my fabric haul. So let's pull out and see what I was able to get. Let me get this all pulled out because it is a lot of fun and a lot of different items. All right. Quilted Cow. So they had some 1 yard pre-cut little bundles. And so I picked up a few of those. These ones I just love. They were a blue floral with some gold, like an actual metallic in them. These were just so cute. I got 2 of these. I love a good pre-cut because then I just can grab it and go and think of something to make with it later, which is perfect for me because I don't always go to a quilt store with a plan. I have no idea if I've got any salvage on here. I do. So these are Robert Kaufman, made in Japan. Let's see what it says. Decadent Garden was the line. This was in their sale section, so I believe it is an out of print pattern, but they were just so pretty. I couldn't say no. And it was already cut to 1 yard, so I didn't have to think about how much I wanted to get either. Next, I was able to pick up a grunge fabric. This is from Moda Grunge, 100% cotton. It is one of the yellow shades. It's got some gray in there. This was the only fabric I went into the store actually looking for. I needed a yellow grunge. I use them for some Halloween patterns that I make, and I was wanting to make some more of those, so I needed another yard of that. Then I saw this line in there. I already have the a 10-inch pre-cut package from this line. Let me find the salvage. This is just adorable. So this is I Love Fall Most of All by Deb Strain for Moda. And this is kind of a fall pattern. So this one's pumpkins in blues and oranges. There's an owl sitting on the white pumpkin in a dark blue background. And then I got one that was kind of a blender from that same line that I really like. And then I got a couple solids that match these as well. So a lighter blue and more of that dark blue so that I can blend these in with that 10-inch pre-cut package that I have. Then I got 2 more 1 yard cuts. And this one is kind of like a sun pattern in like a burgundy and orange and like a pale pink. And this is Moda Things Above by Stephanie Solwinski. And it's really pretty. And then I was able to find another 1 yard cut from that same line. This has got a white background, but that orange, that kind of burgundy, a little bit of purple, and that pale pink. And so those 2 were in the same line. So then I thought, well, that's 2 yards of fabric. Normally you can make a 3 yard quilt. So I found something that I felt went with it, read a little bit more solid, still patterned. This is really small flowers. I have no idea if I have salvage on this one. Yes. So this is Hello Autumn Mini Blooms by Makeover UK. And so I felt this one kind of went with it, and that was enough fabric to make a 3 yard quilt top. And then I got a freebie, a fat quarter of when I was picking my fat quarter out from what they had. It's the same line as the first two. She let me know when I was picking that out. So it's got a lot of blue, but then it's got those oranges, yellows that are in these fabrics here. That kind of burgundy color. So it's a little pop of color because its background is blue, but those all kind of go together as well. And then last, I left my husband with my toddler while I walked through the store, and she just kept picking up fat quarters that she liked. And at $2 a fat quarter, I wasn't going to fight her on whether she could have them or not. We could just make a little project together, and not a clue what. But she picked out a wide variety. So she's got this green and white gingham. Then she found this dark green with purple flowers. Then this pale yellow with purple flowers. Then she found the pink section. She's really into pink right now. So there's this pink kind of, there's like a little football shape on it pattern. Definitely wasn't going to fight her on this one. It is a solid pink. Then there was this purple with some silver metallics and some blues running throughout it. So there's a small butterfly in the silver metallic and a little bit of gray. That one's really pretty. There's this pink kind of purple tie-dye background with these brown flowers. And then there's like mushrooms and little bugs like beetles, ladybugs, bumblebees, and different things like that. And then she picked out a black with some shimmer on it. It's got some silver sparkles there on top. This one I will make sure when I iron it, I'm ironing on the wrong side of the fabric. I have had metallics melt onto my iron before, so I won't risk it with this at all. But I had a pretty good haul. Got a little piece of candy too at the Quilted Cow. I had a lot of fun while I was there, kind of just digging through their sales section and then finding some things that went with some 10-inch squares that I had, but I didn't have any extra fabric to go with it, and a couple of fun pieces with no plan and the yellow that I absolutely needed.